To explain to them, no, some people can't even afford to eat, bro. It's 2025, some people work a full-time job and have to come to a food bank. And that's actually the reality of England today.
Don't miss the part where cows have become extinct in the UK because what the fuck is going on with the price of mince? Every time I go to do my food shop, it keeps going up and up and up. And it's probably been in the news or some weird shit like that, but I don't watch that. So I have no idea what's going on, and I feel like I'm going to get to a point where I'm just going to struggle to spot a cow in a field or something, because this is just getting ridiculous. Sort it out.
With me while I show you how bad my local food bank has got. The shelves and tables used to be absolutely packed in here, but they've started letting the local tramps and homeless degenerates use the place, and those vultures nearly stripped the place bare. They've also started a healthy food drive campaign, which basically means I can't get nothing from our kids because they won't touch any of it. They want chicken dippers, sketty oops, smiley faces. I was basically not able to get anything for them today at all. They also used to do a lot of quality meat here, and I could sell half of that so I could get some beers, but it's all cheap cuts now. And the chicken and ham is pumped full of water. A lot of it is down to the woman who runs the place. Her name's Brenda, the outreach coordinator. I bet she's on about 40 grand a year, and she fucking hates me and my current partner, Courtney. She tried kicking us off a few months ago, saying that we didn't qualify. So we had to pretend that Courtney's got that made-up illness, fibromyalgia, and is suffering with horrendous pain in her cilla black. Another thing is they've stopped doing any Johnnies or jam rags. My Courtney's hit the heavy flow this week, so she's had to go and lift 2 packs of Pampers from Lidl and cut them up to stem the flow. Let me know in the comments if your food bank is the same as this.
Come and spend £250 in Aldi with me for the local food bank. Donating to the food bank is so important to me.
Right then, welcome back to Blighty Blighted. I'm sat here this morning, and I've just been reading about these food bank queues getting longer and longer, and I tell you what, it's absolutely disgraceful. I remember watching the British TV series This Life on the BBC when they were good with my daughter. Cher's in her 50s now, but I remember in the 90s. She loved the character called Egg. Looking back at these TV series makes you not only nostalgic, but makes you realize it was a better time. Easier in the 90s to make it, never mind how ridiculously easy it was in the 50s and 60s for my generation. Now things are all different. Back then we knew why we were struggling after the war and rebuilding. But now, in 2025, we've got families who've never missed a meal in their lives stood in queues for tins of beans. This isn't the Britain we built, and if you think it can't happen to you, well, you'd better think again.
Millions in the UK are struggling to afford food while on universal credit. In Nottingham, Keith Williams says his £368 monthly payment lasts just a week. He relies on food banks to survive, calling life on UC a constant battle. A University of Nottingham study found 70% of people on universal credit skip meals or go entire days without eating. Many face nutrient deficiencies normally seen in developing countries, including lack of vitamin A, iron and magnesium. Before the cost of living crisis, Nottingham's open kitchen served 30 people a day. Now it's over 120. Charities warn the surge is directly linked to low benefit rates and rising living costs. The government says it's extending the Household Support Fund, increasing the national living wage and raising universal credit by £7 a week in 2026. But community groups say it's nowhere near enough to stop people running out of food halfway through the month. For many, every day is a choice between heating and eating, and the queues at food banks are only getting longer. Follow for updates.
I was genuinely sad to read some of the comments on the original video that this links to. This isn't even one of the bad ones. People are implying that the people that are using food banks are doing it because they just don't want to pay for food. And I think that couldn't be further from the case. I've never had to use a food bank. You need a referral. I believe that a lot of food banks will limit how many times you go. As the comments that I saw on that video, basically saying that people are freeloaders. In this original video, I highlighted how many people have turned to food banks recently compared to the last major time of economic crisis, and it's much higher nowadays. Is that because the country's not been run efficiently and supermarkets are allowed to inflate prices because they know that people will pay it? Or is it because people are freeloading? I think it's probably the wider country thing. You need to have a referral, and then there's a limit on how many times you can go. Now, I accept people are always going to try and get something for nothing, but rather than speaking about the tiny minority that are taking advantage of the system, why don't we talk about the big, massive causes that are affecting us all, whether we have to go to the food bank or not? And the point is that if you shop around, sometimes you can get really good deals, like at our place.
Guys, never be ashamed to use a food bank. Sometimes everybody gets in a time of hardship, and you might need a little bit of extra help to purchase food so you can keep on top of bills. I just wanted to show you what sort of things you can get at a food bank. I went today and here's what we got. So this is a parcel for a family of 3, which is me. So 1 adult and 2 kids. So you've got some tinned goods, a couple of pastas, a couple of fresh bits as well. It's not really common with food banks, but it's great. All of this stuff can go in a stew. Got some eggs, a mug shot, some pastas, some juice, some long life milk, which is always handy. Weetabix, coffee, washing up liquid, and washing tablets as well, and toilet roll. And there's a sweet and sour sauce there. So yeah, if you are struggling and you need a little bit of extra help, do get onto your local council and see if they have got any local food banks around. A lot of them do require a referral, but the help is out there. So with the rising cost of living, please, please, please do not sit and struggle. Do not have any shame, because there isn't any whatsoever. And I've said to myself, when I no longer need to use a food bank, I will definitely be paying it back, because it is a great thing to have.
I'm using the food bank to save money on my holiday, so I thought I'd do a little haul for you. I did take a shopping list, like I didn't want tins and, you know, all that boring shit. So yeah, I did take a shopping list, and I took my own bags to save the food bank some money, because I'm nice like that. I'm a generous person. So yeah, I got some noodles, got some Doritos, fake Doritos though, bit shit, not gonna lie, waffle fries, and then I got some sweet chili sauce. I got, what's this? Ham. This is a very quick haul because my kid's in the car outside, like all the way down the street. Soy sauce, chicken. They had school socks for my kid, so I got some school socks. That one on the list, by the way. Banana. And then they were giving out these Munchkin cups, which I think these are usually like quite dear. So yeah, this is great. Seriously guys, start going to the food bank to save money. Like, I didn't have to go shopping today, so big up the food bank. Thank you.
It was about 5 years ago now, but long story short, got scammed a lot of money. Luckily, for my situation at the time, I managed to get half of it back from the bank, but still lost the other half, and I've been paying the price ever since. What I did receive during that time was victim support, and what they did was put me in touch with something called a food bank, which back when I had Bradley and was going through food poverty, I was literally in food poverty. They directed me to a church and I absolutely broke down. It gets me emotional even thinking about it. I've never used anything like that in my life, and these wonderful human beings handed out about 3 crates full of donated food. I'm glad that I'm out of there. It has allowed me to understand how important these food banks are. So I'm just going to show you what I have just gone and got that I'm going to take into this drop-off centre. 2 packs of rolls to go with some hot dogs, coffee, Weetabix, and they are like in 3 packs, so they should be able to go to 3 families. With the tuna, there's 4 packs in there, so they can get divided. 2 tins of minced beef and onion, and 2 tins of chicken meatballs. A big pack of rice, bananas, apples, and some shampoo and shower gel, and also 2 packs of size 4 nappies. It's got the app, and it's a food bank app, and it shows you where the drop-off points are for food banks. It also shows you what is like urgently needed and what is needed. I today have cleared everything off the urgent, and I've even taken some off of the not so urgent but running low, and I feel extremely proud of myself. Especially during the holidays, people are going to be even more so struggling, so I hope that this can help a little. Say it's not a lot, it was like 30 odd quid, and I'm just trying to give back in any way I can, with any experience I can. As long as I'm giving back, I can sleep easy at night. Put this back in here and go and see if somebody's in the Hope Centre. Oh, shit. It's closed. Next plan. So there is another community church that's the other end. So I'm going to drive there. The only other place is Sainsbury's. Is it bad that I don't want to take it to Sainsbury's? It just feels a little bit more authentic dropping it to a church. So we're going to go and try this other one and see if we have any luck. Well, this one's looking promising. They even have their own bays. Let's get this finished. Well, it looks like I just drop it off here. Yeah, I guess I just drop it here. Oh, he's just come and collected my stuff and was very grateful. Oh, thank you.
Dad got off the app as well.
Yeah, no, I did use the app. No, lovely, thank you. Just brought me a little thank you card. Little things like that, guys.
Good morning, guys. I just wanted to show you what I got from the food bank yesterday. So this is traditionally what you'll get as a single meal. Quite a fair bit, to be fair, as you can see. So we've got bolognese sauces, pesto, macaroni cheese, beans, chopped tomatoes, peanut butter, which I won't eat because that's criminal. Again, won't eat the mackerel fillets, but I'll eat the tuna. Weetabix spaghetti, chili con carne, spaghetti hoops, peach slices, custard, which I'm going to do some crazy ass dessert with soon. Mushroom soup, instant mash, sugar, rice, spaghetti, tea bags, some crunchy corn thing, which is looking a bit mysterious over there. More tea bags, and then the toiletries. So, yeah, all of that for a single meal isn't too bad. I mean, you got to try and knock up some meal ideas with it, but yeah, certainly does the job. Have a blessed day.
Right, so I did a food haul, but it was a food bank haul. So if you are struggling, guys, right, and you need a food haul, right, we're going to get into this now before it cuts off. So I've got some milk, some long life milk. You get some bread which you can put in the freezer, some apple juice, you get some pineapple slices, some cup of soups. I might have to do a part 2 on this, guys. So we have got some peanut butter, got some chili con carne, got some minstrel soup, got some baked beans, more baked beans, mince and onion, got some baked beans again, baked beans, potato leek.
Don't be ashamed of going to the food bank. You need to listen to me, because we are currently struggling. A lot of people are, especially people on benefits as well, and that are not. But even getting the basics, if you're struggling to get the basics and you can't pay your gas, electric and etc., make sure you pay your gas, electric bills and everything, because where you live, you need that as a priority. But if you can't afford food, just go to the food banks. Don't be ashamed of it, because you should not care what other people have to say. Because at the end of the day, You want to survive, and you want to make sure that your kids, yourself, family members survive as well. So opinions of others, they're not going to feed you. They're not going to pay you. Then why does it matter? Because I've seen that a lot happening. Like, I used to be like that. We used to always care what others think about us. But why though? They don't pay us. We are not getting an award for them. We're not getting nothing from them, and we still care what others think. We should love ourselves and our family, and that's number one priority. So if you need to go food banks, go. Forget people. People that judge you, they're not needed in your life. People that support you, they'll always be there regardless of what you do. So remember, and make sure you let others know as well. We're not here to judge. We love each other.
What do you get in the food bank for one person? This is the first time I've actually been to a food bank. All I know is that they're much needed in the community, so I was given a number. I was here early. I had to sit down and put in my friend's details. She told me to wait here, so I waited here with my good home bag. And they gave us quite a lot of stuff. And for a person of one, damn, it was so heavy. So we've got some Yorkshire pudding, some shreddies, limes, some apples, some beans, some carrots, some tin soup, lots of potatoes, parsnips, and yeah, quite a few to get her over a few days.
Heidi, in a seemingly rich nation, why do we still need food banks?
Unfortunately, the welfare system that's been put in place to support people when they most need it is not working. People are in poverty, with 44.7% of children in Manchester living in poverty, and that's because the welfare system that's been put in place to help them is not working. It's not fit for purpose. The money that people are getting does not cover their costs of their essentials. They're going without food, they're going without gas, they're going out without electric. The cost of putting a roof over their head is too expensive, and that means that people are not feeding themselves.
Is Mr Keir Starmer taking the mickey? Can we trust Nigel Farage with our finances? Can we trust you? You're giving billions abroad that we can't afford because we're in a trillion black hole, and he's saying we can't trust Nigel Farage with our finances. Look what you're doing to our finances. You're taking off the poor, leaving the rich to get richer. The working class just work with just joeys, even though if you didn't have working class people, you wouldn't be rich, would you? You know, it's a joke, it really is, how we can slag anyone off. You know what I mean, Mr Prime Minister, you're taking the mickey. When you're going to sort our finances out? You're saying we're in a big black hole, and we are.
That's all from me today. Don't forget to subscribe. And remember, we're all just a few bad months away from that queue ourselves. I will see you all on the next video. Cheerio.